Hi, I'm Katie and welcome to another episode of In the Studio. Today we're going to be joined by Becky James and she's going to be showing us this beautiful Victorian Christmas tree. The techniques we're going to be focusing on are altered art and die cutting. Hi Becky, welcome along today.
Katie.
Now I know you've got a beautiful project to show us today, haven't you?
Yeah, we're going to make this little altered Christmas tree using one of the die sets from Xcut.
Oh,
so we've got this fabulous die set, which it's a 3D tree, but I'm going to do it slightly differently to the original instructions.
Good. We'd like to get the most out of our dies.
In the set. So with this die set, you actually have two elements to the tree, so you're going to need one of each of those, and that's how I'll show you how they slot together later.
Oh, I see.
So there's the two trees at the top there, and one of the bases, which is this one here.
Okay.
First of all, let me just show you the card that I've got. I've actually used the back of a paper pack, something like the back of one of our 12 by 12 paper packs, or an A4 paper pack, or something like that. So you can see it's quite sturdy, but it's not overly strong.
Yeah, it's like a really heavy card, isn't it?
So what I want to do first of all is I'm just wanting to show you how I cover these, because I don't tend to use dry glue with something like this.
Okay.
For speed, sometimes when I'm doing the videos I do, but what I tend to do is to use our Craft Planet glue, which is this one here. Because with the wet glue, you get, it will stick much more strongly to the card, but also it gives you a little bit of work time. So if you want to slide things around a little bit, you can. So I've already got some here, which I've put into a little, it's reusable. I always reuse my packaging. And I've got some scrap paper here. And what I tend to do, just pick that up with an applicator, sponge applicator, something like that will do the trick. And give it a good paste over, a bit like wallpaper pasting, I guess. And you do need it to be quite well covered, because otherwise, if it's a bit dry, it doesn't move around easily. No. And then all I do is just line it up. And if it's not quite going in the right places, you see what you can do is you can just manoeuvre it around a little bit. Can you see? Yeah. And then, of course, you know, all you're going to do then is, when you're happy with where it's all placed, you can pat it down with some kitchen towel or something like that, and then just leave it to dry. Now, if it does dry a little bit bent, which it might do, just pop it under a nice heavy book and it'll flatten it all out.
Fab.
So really, really easy to do, and you're going to do that with all your pieces. What I would say though is, I'm just going to mention this about the base. I was going to say something about the base. When you cut your paper pieces for the base, cut one from the top of the card, the pattern side of the paper, sorry, and one from the plain side of the paper. Because when you flip this over to cover it, it's going different ways.
Oh, you need it sort of handled.
Yeah. Okay. You don't need to do that with the trees, but you do need to do that with the base. Okay. So just make that clear. So let's pop all that out the way. And now we're going to put the tree together. Now what I've actually done here is, in the centre, if I can just show you, there are 8 little slots. And that is because if you follow the original instructions, you're going to have more of these pieces to go in there. Okay. So we're going to cover that up, and I'm only going to have 4 slots. Okay. Really just to tidy it up, but also I've die cut a little circle here out of the Victorian paper, the Victorian Christmas paper, and what it does is I've actually made it look like, they call them tree skirts, don't they? When they so you can put your presents on and you don't see the base of your tree and everything like that. So I've kind of tried to add those sort of elements into it. So I'm just quickly, let me just get another piece of scrap paper here. I'm just going to quickly add that onto the. Ooh, helps if you take the top off your glue runner. I'm just going to pop that onto the top there of my base, and then if I turn round, and I'm going to just get my scissors, and I'm just going to snip through. What I've now got is a cross. Okay. So do them as a cross, so that they,
like every other little line you want to do. Yeah,
exactly. And when we put everything together, everything will fit nicely into there and slot into there. Right, so to put our base together, which is the first thing that we want to do, these little flaps here, where there's the slot, they actually fold over. So if we fold all of those over, easily, first of all, and that will make it nice and easy. So when you want to put it together, Katie, all you do is you take this little cut here, which is like a half moon, and you pop that into the little slot that's there ready for it. So you do that, pop that in. And I just get in there and just push that down so it's nice and flat, and it'll make sure it sticks well together. And
fab.
We've got your nice base there.
That's great. It's really sturdy, isn't it?
It is sturdy.
You see, that's gonna.
That's it.
Perfect.
So what I'm going to do, just quickly to finish off the edges, there's a little bit of the paper is creased and broken, so we'll just, which will happen, it's nothing. So we'll just go around the edges and also just cover up these bits that stick out here as well. The tree, if you look, there are two parts here. Okay. So that one bit has got like little legs, and then the other one has got like little, well, I suppose little arms. That's the best way I can. Why not? It's the best way I can think of to describe it. And what actually happens is that those two slot in together. So you. Just
that's
put them
simple,
down
isn't
there.
it?
Yeah, so it's really, really simple. Now, if you follow the instructions, the original instructions, you actually will end up with extra ones in between there. But we're going to put little shelves in instead. So once you've done that, what we're going to do now is to insert that into the base of the that we've already made. So actually, there is an easier way of doing this. And that is that we'll put the one with the little arms in first. So we're going to put the next piece in, and that's going to go into the other two slots there, either side. And
brilliant.
There you go. That's the actual main tree, and I think that looks really pretty, even as it is, you know.
Yeah, you could leave that at that. You could certainly stop there, and you could leave a.
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
So what we're going to do next, though, is we're going to add some little shelves to it. Yes. And this is what I've done here. And that's what's going to allow you to add all your embellishments and your little bit of altered art. So I've die cut out of some of the same card, a circle. I'm actually going to cut this into quarters. What we're going to do is we're going to add this on with some tacky glue. I'm going to just use the end of one of these to get my glue out. And all I do is get some glue there. I'm going to just rub the glue along the edges. Now, I haven't added like a stand for this to stand on because I don't really want to see something untidy underneath. And the tacky glue is pretty strong. So once you've got this stuck in place, it won't move around at all. And there's some pretty heavy things actually sitting on those shelves there. The other thing to be aware of is that it's white at the moment, but when it dries clear. So don't worry if it looks a little bit messy as you're adding that on. So what I'm now going to do is find somewhere where I think it looks nice, might look nice. And all you do, you just hold that in place. So just leave it and you leave that to dry. And then we'll just have a chat about some of the little things that we've used to decorate it. So I mean, I'm a lover of all sorts of things that are Christmassy. So what I've done is I've pulled out some of my favourite bits from our Christmas range this time round. So we've got, I love the Victorian Christmas Ultimate Pack. There's so much in there that you can pull out and use for altered art and ephemera. So here, for instance, I've got some of the little bits, they look like ephemera there. These are the little wooden letters, the Craft Christmas, Create Christmas ones, which actually I've got here. But they are missing the joy, because that's them.
Here they are.
And I've inked them up a little bit. You can emboss them with gold embossing powder, that sort of thing. They'll look really pretty. Jingle bells and charms from, they do. Like a
proper bells.
Yeah, that's it. They do.
I like you put them on a little bit of twine there. Yeah. That looks really nice.
That's it. We've actually... it's a little bit of this that I pulled out, which is the jute.
You've popped that on the little shelf there as well.
That's it, yeah. Some of the little charms from the Victorian Christmas charm pack
as well.
That's
a great pack, isn't it? I really like that one.
It is. And actually, I've used some of those to make the little tree that's a little bit further round. So,
should we go this way?
Yeah, here we go. These are the 3D Victorian Christmas stickers.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
They're really pretty.
3D.
Yeah, they're really pretty. Lots of sort of traditional Christmas images on there as well. And these are one of my favourites. They're the little red berries. Here we go, yeah. They're great.
They're really good, aren't they?
Really nice and sturdy on the sturdy wire as well, so you can really manipulate that wire if you want to give it, to make them stand where you need them to.
Great.
Then here we've got a little cotton reel a little cotton reel tree. So I've covered the cotton reel with some of the papers.
So cute.
And these are actually a bit of a mix of the Bellissima and the Victorian Christmas. But these are the snowflakes. I love these metal snowflakes. Amazing. And then finally, I've got my little Santa, who again, he's in the 3D pack with some of the charms, and my favourite, I've always got the paper roses.
Yeah,
so,
that's fantastic.
So there you go.
That's brilliant. That is just beautiful. And the Victorian Christmas and the other bits and bobs from the other collections are just perfect for sort of that ephemera, sort of vintage altered look, aren't they? We hope you've enjoyed Becky's beautiful Christmas tree decoration on In the Studio today. And if it's got you inspired to craft, we'd love to see if you've been making any decorations or Christmas cards. Why not upload them to your gallery at docrafts.com so we can pop along and take a look, and all the other members can leave you some comments too. And talking of comments, we'd love to know what you think about In the Studio. Leave us a comment and we can answer any future questions on more episodes of In the Studio. We'd love to know maybe some ideas for future episodes so we can give you exactly what you want in the show. Until next time, happy crafting.